for so minutes, much faster than they felt the defeat before. Mirko, what do you think of the drafts here? They're both, I agree with Lufel, they're both pretty good.
I agree too. I mean, there are winning conditions, solid ones for both the compositions, right? The 1-1 though, it's picked up, and it really comes down to how good Bapao can be on the 1-1. Because up against Panda, here on the Bruno, this is much more of a safe weak side pick than it is a way to beat 1-1.
Yeah, I think that's always the, I guess the difficult thing when a 1-1 comes into play is, you know, getting the marks off and then getting the crossbow tank, finding the right moments to be able to do that too. And you do have a lineup that can actually snowball pretty quickly, I feel like, because of what they drafted. And we know Glue has actually done really well too, to be that front line, obviously, to bring back members. You can see Arya dealing with that bullying that we usually see from a Glue in that XP lane. Yeah. But this is that's an interesting thing, man.
Absolutely. I think it's a very weird start to the game already. Level 1, you try to go for the fight against the Glue. You can see Arya struggle, almost a solo kill. You gotta, you know, you gotta usually ignore the Glue level 1.
Let him be.
He's too strong level 1, especially on an Arlet. You're online level 2 once you can get some more resets on the Vengeance.
Yeah, so she's gonna go. Oh, I thought she was gonna go back actually, but I guess she got the call that, you know, hey, actually is here Sayori too. Maybe they can get something to go, but I just think you don't want to play too low health this early on, especially with a Lancelot across from you. So you see Rina, she's got that level 4 now, but still, I think, I guess utility-wise, when you look at GG's lineup, it's great in the sense that they've got a lot of options to escape, but also engage the fights. And that might be crucial in, again, timing. Now, they showcased it here mid lane.
Whoa, good gank over to Hani. Gets her low, doesn't really bait any resources, but what's great is they relieve pressure off of Arya. They forced NAVI Malaysia to look for the response in the mid lane, and now Arya's back in lane. Should be able to set up faster than Sha. Again, Sha rotated to mid, but she's not level 4 just yet. There you go. Now she gets 4, and Arya's not 4.
Arya's so close too. A final slash would be so good here if she had it.
Yeah, but I guess she's just going to be relying on the resets from the rest of the team. Nikolai walks up, he's giving the mount down already over to Arya. Nikolai with the cancel, jumps in with the taunt as well. Unable to find Rina, goes in and actually still wins out the red tree. I thought it was a mistake going for the Phantom Execution to escape, but hey, a win's a win. Turtle 1 over to Navi.
She made it work. I thought she was going to get pushed out from the vicinity of that turtle, but she goes back, gets it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's interesting that they weren't able to capitalize on that, but still, no first blood just yet. A lot of early poking happening between both teams, but essentially both these lineups really rely on those level 4s for both of them. Oh, look at this Glue. Little Shaw. Yeah, splits. This is, I mean, Arya's, I would say what does the Arlot really need to win this matchup against a Glue?
It's really not about the win, it's just you trying to rotate faster. Hani pops in for the airstrike. Good response from Remen to help her there. But yeah, for the Arlet in this lane, you're mostly just looking for the clear and to rotate to your team. You're just playing for the Fredrin.
Just play for that, and I guess that's why the Matilda works so great here too, for the Fredrin. Because essentially, man, we could even see, it, depending on how this game goes forward, Nicolette could face the same fate we saw Rina on the box to the previous game. You know, she could end up being delayed too much, but you throw in a Matilda in there, it helps you kind of move around the map a little bit better, also kind of engage or disengage if you have to. And nonetheless, when the objectives comes up, you're still, you know, that tanky hero that we're used to seeing with the Fredrin, but you get some added bonus with the utility. Now the Bruno too for Panda I think is a big thing because we're gonna jump into this.
Good guiding away, but now the mount down. Good pin as well with Fist Crack. Now Nicolette's still able to dash away. Sayori pushes on those laser beams. The Worldie slowly but surely chunking those HP bars low as Sayori continues to zone in the mid lane.
And she's gonna do work. Arya might just try to force, I guess, Rina off with this. Gonna slow them down. Do they put pressure on the orange buff? It looks like they don't, but the turtle is up. Nicolette's still on the bottom side of the map, so we'll see how they respond to this. A couple of the ultimates already down though here too.
Big resources down, and they're still looking to contest for the neutral objective. Mid lane for the airstrike. Used up Sayori taking low flicker as well. Committed down by Hani. Not too sure about that now. The Circling Eagle able to go for the knock up to the back. Arya now looking for final slash, able to bring him back into the traction pulse. All the free hits for Sayori. First blood in 4 minutes. That's a mount down onto Arya as Rina picks up the kill on Nicolette. Arya forces a flicker around as Rina jumps back in, but a guiding win from Ashley plus the flicker gets Arya back to safety.
It was looking so good, I would say, for GG. I mean, a great layering of the ultimates, but then NAVI MY knew that, hey, we've got Shaw here. She can tank up quite a bit of damage, and then Rina came in at the right time, too, to capitalize on cleaning up some of the health bars and getting some of the kills there. But objective now in the hands, second one for NAVI MY. Definitely a better start for them, but GG still keeping things kind of under control. We're not seeing a big gold gap or deficit that they really have to work for. There is starting to be a little bit of a deficit between the junglers, like we mentioned. Rina at level 9, Nicolette level 7. And so NAVI MY, if they want to transition the game plan of let's keep pressuring Nicolette, let's keep pressuring the side of the jungle if we can, then they build up on that advantage, and that might be what they look for here. Hani does pick up a glowing wand, so she's got that. She's been very, happy on the feathered airstrikes, man. She's been popping those off really early on, but I think maybe that's what you want to do, at least in this situation, where you just kind of let those feathered airstrikes go, knock some of the health bars down. I think you have to put pressure on Sayori, too. She's been kind of free hitting for a lot of these skirmishes early on.
I agree. I think the big also ways that Navi have been able to turn the tides around in the team fights has been through Shah. Like, just getting the mount down there and having Navi Malaysia basically have free hits on him, isolating that target has been massive for Navi. And for GG, I guess at this point, they got to choose. Either they put respect on the glue by playing it a bit more, they play it with more kiting, right? They just go back and forth. Or they commit all the way and just try to win out before the glue can actually have a say in the fight.
Shaw's already so tanky. I mean, this early on. They are going to get a turret, though. It's going to be a trade across the map as Rina gets the tier 1 up top. So a little bit of trade here happening, but all set up. We're 20 seconds away from that turtle. So we're going to have to see NAVI MY get in position. Ashley, half health, taking a couple shots. Has to respect that damage. And again, this might be a standoff, but look at the push happening, too, from Fafao. Still up top. She might get a little bit of damage on that tier 2. Not sure how they want to play this. It looks like they want to pressure this out, especially with Raymond having that flicker. Shaw, though.
Yeah, they're going to go all in onto Shaw. Final slash as well. But the meltdown comes in, just barely able to flicker out the worldie. Fade away. Nicolette gets out as well. But look at Fafao utilizing that skirmish as a distraction to claim a structure up top for free. It'll be traded with a turtle. But at this point, I think the tier 2 is a bit more worth it.
Yeah, that's going to open things up. She's just a couple hits away from getting it. Nicolette will get the turtle. I'm sure if they want to continue fighting, some big items being picked up here too. Across the side, Berserker's Fury for Panda. You got the Flask of the Oasis now for Ashley online. That turret finally goes down here. So NAVI MY, Mirko, they're playing for the macro here. That's the advantage they want leading into that Lord when it does come up in about a minute and a half.
You really wouldn't expect that, honestly, right? If you look at Navi Malaysia's composition, it really looks like more of a team fight comp, especially with the Wan. But they've done things really well. Gotta give them props. Now, Melfic gun done as well for Fafao. A big power spike here.
How good is that for the Wan?
It's really good, dude. I mean, again, the limitations for the Wan, the restrictions usually is the fact that you just have pretty bad range. You get outranged by a lot of heroes, and then by the time you get close, you get CC locked. Your skill 2 gets baited out as well by, again, the amount of CC Gaimin has. So having that means that you can shoot, you can get the crossbow attack online much earlier. Feather airstrike over to Sayori. 2 shots landing, 3 on Ashley. The turret up top, traction pulse. Oh! Final slash landing, but only it's Remen. Gets a pin down in the back now as Fafao looks for the crossbow tank and will be able to find it on one member. Arya will have the crossbow tank popped on her. Translating over to Nicolette now as Fafao has to respect the damage from Panda. So much coming down, but it will just be a 1-for-1 roam for XP.
Trading each other here. Still, the focus is mid lane. They might be able to go ahead and get a little bit extra damage, but Shaw.
Massive mount onto Panda, flicker out already, and now Shaw finds herself in a tough spot. 1v4, no one's there to follow it up though. Slight tackle in Nicolette, looking for the chase.
This is what Glue does.
They're hesitant for some reason, but finally they decide, no, she's alone. Shaw gets away in the end. The hesitation killed Gaimin Gladiators.
I don't know why there was the hesitation,
they
but
thought it was a bait or something.
I guess so. And that's what Glue does. How many times have we seen the Glue do something like that? 1v3, 1v4, and still survive to tell the tale. So a big moment there to happen. The Lord is up. Hani gets a Divine Glaive. We've already seen how much damage Hani's able to do. Now you have a Divine Glaive, you have that magic penetration to help you out. As I say it, you can see the damage charts. They are unreal. We're going to look at the instant replay once again. Shot 1v4. They could have committed to this, I think, you know, maybe capitalize on the kill, but even Nicolette, she thought maybe that they were going to actually get it, but they don't. So Shot, once again, proving that this glue is a huge value pick for NAVI MY right now. But the Lord is up. We'll see how they play this out. We still have the jungler is going to go ahead and focus on getting prepared for this.
Ooh. Remen, fist crack, lock in Sayori. Let's give it the all-in with the final slash as well. Sayori kiting back, but will be taken down inevitably here. Mounted up as well. Rina doing work in the mid lane, getting the assassination onto Arya, and now straight to the neutral objective. NAVI, they're back in the game too.
I think Navi is the, you know, they're seeing the hesitation, they're seeing some of the mistakes that GG are making, they're punishing it, and they're capitalizing on that. Because even there, Gaimin Gladiators, I feel like, didn't know, like, should we, like, some of them went back to base, some of them were there around that side of the jungle, and they go back here. They'll have to find a defense now. You're looking at the items breakdown, at least for the gold lane, neck and neck in terms of items and gold. But again, a big disparity still between the jungle. And that's the biggest thing. When you are a utility jungler, we talked about this in game one, you know, but it was flip-flopped here. What do you have to do? Now, Fred is still essentially that front line that can tank things up. You, of course, have that crowd control in the kit that works for you, too. And that might be the thing here. She picks up a Radiant Armor, got a little bit more defensive for this magic damage that is just coming out from NAVI MY, and it's a lot to handle for them.
Yeah, I mean, wait, Remen, it's caught by the immobilization. Still able to find an angle to rotate back into the mid lane, and NAVI continue to siege down. Holy defense. Oh, good rotation, or good hold by Nicolette in the mid lane. Stopping the Holy Defense from being taken, but still bottom. Holy Defense was popped in. Now Lord up top will be able to get a charge down. They should be able to deal with this. Yep. It's going to be a turret take. But nice too. I think at this point, Gaimin needs to understand their composition is all about longer team fights. They'll have so many more ways to dish out damage in a long team fight. NAVI, they're kind of like a big smack up front, and then they have to back away right off of the cooldowns.
Yeah, literally, right when that Feathered Airstrike is expended, you lose a big part of the damage. But then even the Crossbow of Tang, if they can just wait for it, I think, again, as the game goes forward, that's why I want to see these lineups work in a longer game. Maybe we do get a chance to get to, what, the 18-minute mark plus, and then we get to see both of the compositions shine, because right now, like you mentioned for Gaimin Gladiators, they don't have that ability, I feel like, to drag those fights out. At least it seems like that, just because of how they're getting picked apart. Now, Wind of Nature picked up for Panda. That might be the name of the game. Pick up those defensive items. Get to that point where you can withstand that initial window of burst that comes from the lineup from NAVI MY. You can see that too. Winter Crown available for Hani. So Hani has been really good so far in this game. I know she doesn't have crazy kills or anything like that on the far side, but really that's not her job. She drops down the Feathered Airstrike, gets people to what, half health even, and then you have Rina or Fao to come up and clean up. So we'll see it once again. It's Gaimin Gladiators. You know, the aggression here.
Pick up attempt over to Remen, but they're split up now. Nicolette is all alone. Crossbow Tang ready with the Feather Airstrike as well. Fao, inspire Crossbow Tang. Now Panda tanks it up with the Wind of Nature, but finds herself in a tough spot. Rina gets the assassination. Arya's next on the chopping block as Rina claims a double. Sayori and Ashley left to defend. 14 seconds on the neutral objective, but NAVI, they want to end the game. They want to force a third game in the series.
They might be able to here. It's Sayori only here with Ashley. They go in.
But certainly Eagle. Now the Feather Airstrike has zoned him in the back. Now Remen, very low. Puncture over from Rina. Goes straight into the mid lane. Sayori doing her best to clear out the waves. 3 seconds on Nicolette now as Remen walks back up. That's the guiding win onto the front. So the minions don't get in. And it's a good play to save the game, or rather, to extend it.
Extend it. That's what they needed. They needed to buy time here. GG is still in it, but the Lord is going to be focused down and take down NAVI MY.
They got to go.
It looks like GG might want to contest this. They go in, Nicolette.
They got to gamble on this. Feather Airstrike landing on Panda. And that's going to be the Phantom execution as well. Lord not taken just yet, and NAVI.
Oh, this is risky.
Have been forced back. Now GG, it's their time to control the tempo. Yes, they're one man down, but they got to force something out while NAVI are low, while these big resources are on cooldown.
Oh, again, it's going to go for a little bit of a reset. The rest of the team is making their way back to the Lord pick here. And Ashley trying to join this fight. They get control. Navi MY.
Final slash over to 5 pound. That's even the second skill baited out. Feather airstrike. Nicolette finding herself almost taken down. Has the guiding wind to save her, but that means there's no jungler to look for the retreat, to look for the neutral objective, and Rina claims it for free.
Navi MY played that so well. It was a pendulum, basically, for that Lord swinging back and forth, and unfortunate for GG. They just didn't have the firepower to withstand, or even the defensive items to withstand the initiations of the poking from Navi MY. So they find themselves, once again, on the defense here. This might be a position for them to work with the lineup that they have, because of the last couple of fights, man, haven't been good. I mean, it's clear that there is a different idea happening, because we've seen now 2 major team fights where one side of the team is on another place, and then you have a couple from GG on another. So we'll see how they play out this defense.
Oh,
Takes a couple shots. Lord's going to be worked on here.
Thorn Rose baited out. Now Lord in the mid lane. Feather airstrike as well. Panda able to go for side tackle. Arya went for the cancel, but wasn't able to find it in the end. That's even Panda kiting back. Fist strike coming down as well. The base wide open. They're going to go for it. Pop pops the Inspire and secures the game. You see thumbs down there. Some emotes from the ladies. This is getting hot.
It's getting close. We wouldn't have it any other way. This is a crucial game for